Hey guys, I wanted to show you a quick little method, technique for making better skies and clouds, okay? So on a blank piece of paper or on a layer in your tablet, let's go ahead and sketch some clouds. So come from the side and kind of zigzag and then start to bump. And you want these to be different sizes when you bump, okay? So come from the side, zigzag, and these are like super random when you bump, okay? So let's make some random bumpy clouds, and you can start from the bumps. Or you can start from the bottom. However you want. So we just want to fill our composition with these clouds for what we're doing right now, okay? So what we have right now is a sketch for our clouds, and this is done very lightly with pencil, okay? Now, whether you do the sky first or the clouds first, it doesn't really matter. I'm going to do the clouds first for you, and then I'll show you how it looks when you color in the sky. So I'm going to make a new layer. I'm going to go right on top of my sketch layer. If you are working traditionally, this might go kind of backwards. I'm going to show this to you and then explain how you would go about doing it traditionally. Digitally, what you will do in a new layer is you're going to fill these clouds with a white color first. So if I take this sketch layer and really dial it back, I'm in this new layer, and using my sketch as a guide, I'm going to fill in this cloud with white, okay? So something like this. You can sort of see it, okay? So this is what you do when you're doing it digitally, is you your base layer is the white of the clouds, okay? Now you may not be able to do this if you are working traditionally, if you're gonna leave the clouds the white of the paper, okay? If you're on a piece of paper that's not white, you could certainly color your clouds white and it will show up, or it'll be subtle like this. But for the sake of what we're doing, let's put the blue in, okay? So this is the blue behind the white clouds. So however dark you want to make it, if you want to make it ice blue, sky blue, medium blue, whatever you want, okay? So these are the clouds on top of the blue, okay? So however you need to get here, if you want to color the sky in around the clouds, whatever's clever. But I wanted to show you this technique for clouds, okay? Now this is on top of the white layer, because you would also traditionally do it on top of. What you're going to do is you're going to use a colored pencil, crayon, oil pastel, marker, whatever. But you're going to do silver first, okay? And what you're going to do is you're going to come in about 2/3 down, or 1/3 down, excuse me. You're going to color the bottom 2/3. So make a random different pattern with the silver and come all the way down to that. Okay? So, again, come about 1/3 down. Let's say here. It's about half. Let me go to about right here. And the thing about this is it's different. It's a different bump fluff pattern. Okay? So here, just make it different and then come down to the bottom. This is the first layer with silver. If it's imperfect, that's fine. Clouds are imperfect, okay? So we're gonna come down and do our first silver layer, something like this, okay? This gives our clouds a little more dimension, makes them more interesting, okay? Now, the way that you do this to really finish it off for this purpose today, making another layer or choosing a darker color, either marker, colored pencil, whatever you're using, darker. In this case, I'm going to do a darker color. And I'm coming down towards the bottom here, and I'm making yet another different bump pattern. So clouds are not just flat. They have volume to them. And this is a way to quickly and easily, whether you're working digitally or working on traditional paper with crayons or markers or even paint, you just come in with a white cloud, a silver layer, and then a darker gray layer. And it gives you some really fun and interesting clouds that look more shapely, more dimensional. There's a light source now. So this is a really easy way to make your sky or your clouds more dynamic, more interesting, more fun. Okay, so just wanted to show that to you again. What we did was we started with just a sketch, light pencil with some clouds. We formed them the way we wanted them to look shape-wise. Okay, now whether you do this first, second, or third, whatever, put your color in, but you would color obviously around those clouds. Okay, so making the shapes with white or very light gray, whatever it is that you're doing. Okay, so coloring the blue around the cloud shapes, and then it's just 2 additional layers of like a silver first, and then a gray. Okay, so that's how it starts to come together and really look kind of cool. You can also use this if you had a dragon with steam coming out of his nose. You could use this technique. If you had a hot rod taking off and peeling out, and then maybe the smoke is coming off the tires, or maybe a spaceship has just crashed into the earth and you want the smoke or the steam to be coming up off of the spacecraft, you could use this white, silver, gray technique, kind of play around with it and get your eyes and your brain working together with how you want this to look, okay? So try this with clouds. Try this with a dragon's nose and steam coming out of it. Try it with a wheel like spinning out and making this the smoke. Try it with a crash, maybe a meteor or a spaceship crashing. Whatever you want, whatever you can envision. The steam or the smoke coming off of a volcano. There's lots of different ways that you can apply this. But I wanted to show you the blocking out of the shapes and the two gray colors to really make it look dimensional. Okay? So have fun with this, play around with it, and see what you think. I think it could really add some cool stuff to your artwork. Thanks for stopping by and sharing this time with me. And we hope to see you again for another video at some point in the near future.